How did I get in this room? We've got another killer episode for you, and we've had a lot of great guests. We've been blessed. We've been just so lucky to get the people we've had.
So lucky.
Our first couple.
First couple.
Talk about it, Margot.
All right, so let's cue it up. Nina and Sam. We were so blessed to have you guys come on the show. And it's wild because we typically do interview individuals, and you guys blew us away. The first couple ever to come on the show, and also superstars of an entrepreneurial reality show.
The Blocks.
How does one work with their spouse and then even win an award for doing it? I was
Yeah, really
away.
cool. So Nina Smith, no, sorry, Sam
No.
Smith.
Wait, hold on.
Nina,
That could be, let's cue it up, Sam. Okay, for the dramatic effect. Because maybe they'll be engaged soon.
Are you making plans for them?
Yes.
Okay, whatever. Sam Smith and Nina Ketcherowski, and I think I said that correctly, right?
You did.
And I didn't know who they were until Margot said, look, we're going to do this. I reached out, we talked to them, so we started doing the research and all of that. And man, I'm glad we got them because lots of interesting things came out of it. You know, Sam has his business, right?
Sure. Yeah, he is. So Sam, in his own right, is sort of an instructor and a guide to entrepreneurs. So if you're starting a small business, his handle is Small Business Surgeon, and go ahead and follow it. He is not only does he have the experience to give you the right advice, but he also will give you the right advice with the right accent because he's a Brit. So the accent doesn't, you know, we prefer to take instruction from someone that's voice is a little bit softer.
All right.
So yes.
I will tell you this. Right before we jump into the interview, and it didn't make the edit, but we were talking about, you know, what you're doing and all of this stuff, and he goes, well, you know, I'm just wrapping up this this course. You know, he's in taking these certification courses, and I hope I'm saying this correctly. AI and machine learning.
Sure, yeah. No, he knows what's up.
No, I know that. It's like I
don't want to do it. I don't know.
I would fail that class on the first day. But he said, you know, he started talking about AI and all of this stuff, and I have a very pedestrian knowledge of what's going on there. And I said, all right, so Sam, I just gotta ask you, should we be afraid of robots? Mm-hmm. And he said, yes, but they will kill us very quickly.
Oh no, I don't want to be killed. I was recently at the airport where a robot delivered my meal to me, and that was pretty wild. That was the first time I'd ever actually
it's
had
not the kind of robots
the
we're talking
robot.
about.
It was like it's not just like the
We're
duster.
talking about like the Terminator robots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the very serious robot. All right, so I think we need to get to it. So without further ado, Nina and Sam, check it out.
Oh, I'm excited to be on and meet you guys. And I'm growing up in Houston. This is like a little like girl fan moment too, because I've been watching Ruben for years and, you know, now know you. I love it. I love the show.
Also, you know, kind of doing a little deep dive and, you know, kind of checking you guys out and getting ready for, you know, to do the podcast. I work with the interns here a lot, and you know, these kids are like bright-eyed. They're coming out of college. They got a couple of semesters to go, and it's funny because before they used to tell you, oh, I want to be a reporter, I want to be a weatherman, I want to be a sportscaster, whatever. Now they're like, you know, I'm like, tell me what you want to do, and I get YouTuber a lot, you know. So you guys have dabbled in the online and the social media. You've had social media success, YouTube success. What would you say to young people that see that as their path to a career?
That's a Sam deal.
That's a me question.
Come on, Sam.
Do it.
Let's go, Sam.
Do it. Absolutely, 1000% do it. You can do anything you want and film it, and people will watch it. Pursue your passion, put it on camera, learn how to shoot, learn how to edit, learn how to engage and educate. And take the time to learn how to SEO and how to rank your content, because YouTube is a search engine. And if you can keep your content educational, engaging, and entertaining, and you're consistent over time with it, you can start at 12 years old and be a world-class YouTuber by the time you're 15. Absolutely go for it. Like there's no reason not to, because if all else fails, you can just quit doing YouTube and go get a job, right? So yeah, that's what I would say.
You know, props to you guys for putting yourselves out there with so many things. I'd love to hear more though, Nina, about your kind of LA experience when you were, I mean, you've been on the cover of huge magazines. Let's talk about that for a second.
Well, what part?
I don't know. Did you have to spray tan? Was that natural? I don't.
Oh, back in the day, I
What
would
was
just
your
go to a
exercise
tan.
routine?
No, I started in Houston, on doing plays and stuff like when I was 5. By the time I was 12, I started modeling with a local modeling agency. That led to me going at 14 to New York City with Wilhelmina Models at the time, which was like one of the top agencies along with Elite and Ford back in the 90s. And I've always just been on stage. I've always kind of been the goofy girl, the silly girl, and it just kind of naturally made. Modeling was the first thing, and then being in New York doing commercials and stuff, I kind of caught the acting bug a little bit. Even though I had been doing plays, it was a little different, and brought me out to LA in '97, and worked with people: Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Steven Spielberg, The Rock. The list keeps going, but Mike Myers, Michael Caine. So I've met some pretty amazing people over the years and worked with some great ones.
Tell us about one of them. You've got Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks. This is a slew of names of people that Ruben and I will never meet. So we want to hear.
Well, let's say Tom Cruise. I worked with him on Minority Report. So I was one of my big scenes ended up not making it because it was kind of a topless scene. But I was like, well, if you're gonna do one for might as well be for Tom Cruise movie. But it didn't make it into the movie. But technically, I was one of the virtual girls that when he put on the glasses, I was there with him.
I get it.
But I worked on that movie for I forgot how many days because it's been a while. But and another fun fact on that movie is I got to wear Michelle Pfeiffer's black sequin dress that was famous in what was it? What she wore as Catwoman. So I actually got to rewear her dress in that movie.
That's super cool. Yeah, that's hard to beat. I would aspire. I don't even know if I'd fit into Michelle Pfeiffer's dress, but I think
probably wouldn't now.
So Sam, tell us about how does one go about meeting someone that has been topless for Tom Cruise and such? I mean, obviously you've been a musician and your background career, and you're very much an entrepreneur and very successful in your own right. But tell us a little bit about how you guys met.
So
I might know where this is going.
Yeah, you notice I don't believe in all the new age energy stuff, all the hippie stuff. And unfortunately, or fortunately, now the universe has forced me to believe in it because of the personal development journey I've been on over the last few years. But I was going through some exercises from one of my mentors, and I had to design my ideal partner. I designed my perfect woman. For all I knew, Nina Ketcheruski didn't exist. Never heard of her, didn't know who she was. But I had this page that I'd written out with the perfect woman on it. And about 10 months after I wrote this page, I was at a business meetup as part of a networking group I was in. And a lot of people had said to Nina, hey, you need to meet Sam, because we were in the same kind of industry. I had a media company. We were making TV commercials. And Nina has a production company. She did support services for productions. And so people in the group pushed us together, and we met, and we just absolutely clicked. And I'm like, wait a minute, like, this girl's got all this stuff on my list. And had I known who she was, I wouldn't have even met her. Like, not a chance. And it just turned out that the most magical thing in the world happened, because the girl that matched everything on my list had a list too. And maybe she could tell you about her list. Go for it.
Yeah, no, I had I guess you can, your ideal partner list, and I've had it for a while. It was all crumbled up, had coffee stains because I threw it away a few times and like, this is stupid. Then I'm like, well, just a piece of paper. What I'm going to just put it back in the drawer. Like, how much room is it really going to take? So then after like a week of us hanging out, he texted me this list because he had it on his tablet. And I was like, this is crazy. Because I'm like, I've never met anybody that has a list. And I'm like, I have a list too. And he's like, no, you don't. I was like, wait till I get and find it.
I mean, who would have thought she would have wrote goofy, tall British musician that likes business stuff? But that's what she wrote, you know?
Who knew?
So and Nina, for you as well, what's the project? What's the thing that you're kind of eyeballing next? Like, man, I really want to do this.
Like, I don't know what I can say, so I probably should let Sam start.
You can no say whatever you want.
Wicked laugh. I'm scared.
Go for it.
What are you gonna say?
No, Nina,
Oh,
take it, darling. I'll fill in the blanks.
No, I mean, Sam built out our skincare line. We have a couple other projects that we're kind of waiting on to see, for if they're supposed to go, but you know how that goes. And
Yeah.
there's some pretty exciting things. Like, one would be a new platform that Sam has designed and built. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be something he can probably allow, because I don't know how much of it I'm allowed to talk about.
Talk about whatever you want, darling. Yeah.
No, you're right.
Let's talk about the skincare line for a second, though, Nina. I love that you brought that up, and you and I had spoken about that many times before. You were so kind to introduce me to the brand that you and Sam have together, and I have to say, if you put Ruben and I in the same screen here, who's using the right serums and who is not?
I say, you're looking great.
I love your skincare line, and I've tried the hyaluronic acid, and I've tried the under eye serum, which comes in handy because we work all the time here, and I have seen amazing results. So not to skew to skincare, because we should be talking about your TV show and all these other things, but I do love your product.
Well, it all ties in. I mean, the skincare that's what Sam, he built it from the bottom and created it, and all the systems and everything, which goes with the show, because the show is about entrepreneurship and building businesses. So
we can say that we won the show now. We can say that we won that. Yeah, we were one of three winners. There were 3 winners on the show, and we were one of them. We didn't take the grand prize check, but we did get our names on the trophy, so I was very pleased with that. But I am the small business surgeon, right? So I help build, launch, scale, and sell companies. And, there's a lot of stuff with clients that I can't make public. And one day somebody was going, well, if you're so good at companies, why don't you have one yourself? Why don't you just consult? And I was like, you know what? I should just nix that right in the bud right now and just go build one. And so I built Lux Serena as a model to show what I can do. And at the same time, put a 6-figure a month revenue company together and just use it to chop up and make into content and teach from and show people how to do it. But to have a skincare brand with a world-class retired model at the front of it just seemed like just a slam dunk. So yeah, I built the brand. We're about 6 weeks into testing. We've done about $130,000 in sales so far, and it's not quite there yet. We've got a few little things to figure out, but it's making a case study that I can use to validate the small business surgeon to clients that want to build systems within their own companies. So that's why it exists, and it's great, but it's just part of the future plan. I think what we've decided we're going to end up doing is consulting for equity in a few more examples of companies building out systems and infrastructures, but really focusing on a nonprofit that helps support children and helps with their practical education. And then Nina and I want to open a music venue on a beach somewhere and invite all the bands from the 90s and 2000s out to play with us, because at heart I'm a professional musician, and I just had to go the entrepreneur route to make enough money to play the music in the bar that I wanted to own. So that's pretty much it.
2 questions. How do you manage yourself because as an entrepreneur, you're such a creative. So you're
Mhm.
going to present yourself in a certain way. And then what were your biggest hurdles in just being on camera? If you had not been on camera before?
I've been on camera loads, so I wasn't scared at all. I was supremely confident, and the minute that the camera started rolling, my body took over. My arms were shaking, my voice would crack. I'm like, what in the world is going on? And I've been podcasting for 7 years now. I've been on camera a lot and done local television spot. I'm not worried about it at all. And yet, the minute that I was up there, even knowing my stuff, like my voice started to break, my body was shaking. I'm like, what? It was a difficult thing to do, and I mean, the whole show was Nina's idea. She persuaded me to even try out for it. I'm like, they won't be interested in me, and of course, I got a call back the very next day, and I was in the middle of school. I was doing that postgrad in artificial intelligence and machine learning in business applications, specifically so I could be a better consultant. And so I had to keep up with school while we were like shut in this casino facility compound for a week recording as well. And it was like when you put your entire brand on the line and say, I am the small business surgeon, therefore my job is to educate small business owners. And now I'm competing against 80 small business owners for the top rank. That was just unbearable pressure. I wouldn't wish it on anybody else. I hated it. And yet at the same time, the show and the curriculum and the format they did it in, it was one of the most educational and amazing experiences that I could have wished for. Um, so it was a very, very difficult to balance the emotion of loving being there with the stress of keeping up with school and actually staying relevant and winning the competition. And I just would keep shutting my eyes and keep visualizing myself on the stage. I just kept visualizing myself with the trophy. I just kept visualizing them calling my name, and I don't know. I just worked really hard, and we won. So yeah, it was great.
I love that, and I'm so proud to know folks that won this show, and all your success, obviously, as the small business surgeon and with the skincare line and such. And this is just a great parlay into one of our favorite questions that we love to ask all of our guests, which is your "How did I get in this room" moment. So you're talking about how you've been in this room and you validated yourself amidst all these 80 other entrepreneurs, but between Sam and Nina, or you can answer separately, but was there a "how did I get in this room" moment in your career before the blocks, perhaps, where you were either a musician just rocking out with some of your mentors, or Nina, if you're being shot on the cover of all these magazines? What would be the moment where you think, wow, I've made it. How did I get in this room?
Okay. Well, I guess for me, I mean, I think I had a lot of those kind of moments sometimes during like Hollywood and all of that, just where I'd end up or who I'm talking to, or, have that meeting and sitting there having a conversation at a table with a whole bunch of people. And I'm sitting there going, stay calm, stay calm, stay calm. But I guess the one with surreal moments is whenever when I did Austin Powers, I was on the cover of Polish Maxim. I was I don't know, between America and Europe. There was a whole bunch of different magazines that I was in at that time for the movie. And I remember I was in Warsaw because I did the premiere for Austin Powers, gold member in Poland. They flew me out to do the premiere there and everything. And I was doing photo shoots for some of the men's magazines like Maxim and CKM and stuff. And when I came back and the covers were all out and I was there for another trip, it was just kind of wild walking down the streets of Warsaw. And then you're looking at, on all the magazine stores put the magazines in the windows. So you're walking down and it's just nonstop covers. And it's just like covers of, and I'm just like, whoa, this is like, what is going on here right now? So that was probably one of my like what's happening, how did I get here right now?
Yeah, that's pretty wild. It's different than window shopping because you basically are just shopping yourself. Ruben, can you relate to that at all?
No.
That was pretty amazing. We've never met a cover model before. And so this is our first. Sam, did you have any moments that you would like to share for us that are epic? How did I get in this room moments? We would love to hear.
Yeah. I was 19. I was in Monroe, Louisiana. The band I was playing for were headlining a music festival, and there was about between 5, 6, 7,000 people in front of us on the lawn. And man, I got up there and I hit my hi-hat just to check, and the sound went all the way around. Like it reverberated all the way around this huge crowd. And I was like, wow, all right, this is where we're supposed to be. And that was really the first time I was like, I've made it to. And I've played in front of bigger crowds, but that was the first time when I hit that hi-hat and I heard it go all the way out to the back and all the way back from the back of house speakers. Man, it was incredible. So yeah.
What was the band called?
The band was called Hard Lucy. They played kind of an Americana style, and it was my first big shot to make it in music. I came from England to play with them. They were based in Arlington, so had a really great time. I got to live the dream as a 19, 20, 21-year-old kid. You know,
That is
great.
All right, another great interview, and I love that we got to talk a little bit about Nina and her acting career, modeling career.
Yeah, what a stunner. It's just so cool getting to know her better and be able to celebrate what she and Sam have built together.
Absolutely.
You know, not only being on the blocks, this cool reality show and showing couples that they can work together and you know, be successful together, but then also have this cool skincare line. They've got a lot of things going on.
There needs to be a reality show about like co-hosts.
Co-host, yeah.
You know,
Heck yeah.
it's like,
Let's do
and there
it.
hasn't been one. You know, there's The Bachelorette, there's, you know, all these other shows. And I think if you had like a bunch of co-hosts, you know, and it could be like podcast, it could be like, you know,
it's just
whatever,
interesting because they're
YouTubers.
This, like, yeah. No, I'm into it because their vibe when
They're on an island.
On an island, yes.
And they have to build a TV studio like out of palm trees and driftwood.
I bet you
I'm
that
so
Sam.
sorry. All right.
I bet Sam could do that.
That just
because
went.
it seems
I'm
like
so
Sam
sorry.
can do basically anything.
He can do anything.
He fixed the tech for the interview.
Yeah, he did.
This hasn't made
Because you
the
guys
cut for
could
the
not get
show,
the Zoom
but-
to work.
So I feel like he could build anything out of palms or you know, like wire into my computer. But no, it was so much fun to have just like a friendly, casual conversation with them about all their different entrepreneurial adventures, and just to show people that it's never too late to start, you know, shooting for your dreams. Sam and Nina have lived many lives. You know, Nina was a cover model. She was an actress. She's done all sorts of. She's pursued all sorts of passions, and she's found the one that she really enjoyed.
I love the usually the how did you guys meet question. Of course, everybody asks, right? But I loved Sam's answer. You know, he was like. He talked about design your perfect partner.
Yes, they did.
You know,
and not to get into dating, but it was so cute. No,
Yeah,
it was. We both
happened.
loved it. So when I asked how they met, and he said, well, she had her checklist and I had mine, and I literally went through and she checked off everything. So 1-800 again manifestation.
1-800 manifestation, people.
Cue it up now, producers. But yeah,
Make sure you have a checklist.
Make sure you have a checklist.
Right.
Say bless you when I sneeze.
Am I right?
But no, that was an excellent time. We should talk about the blocks more because they're airing now. There are a couple episodes out there, and
I thought it was over. I thought they won, right?
No, I know, but people are able
you
to
can
watch
go back
it.
and see it.
You can go just
Got it.
you know, they can go back and watch the various episodes that
Got
Nina
it.
and Sam starred in, and just watch the dynamic between the two because that chemistry is undeniable.
I love it. We have to talk skincare.
We have to call.
Because I know this is something near and dear to your heart.
Okay, so
And I think
the
reason this interview happened was because of skincare.
So Lux Serena I am going to cue it up. So Nina and Sam have contrived this really epic.
No, they didn't
skincare line.
contrive it.
Well, they're supporting
They
it.
collaborated
Okay,
and they
whatever.
created it.
I love it. I've been using it. I'm going to be supporting it, and it's going to be right in the center of this show. So Lux Arena, very cool. They have hyaluronic acid. We're going to air this episode during the summer when you're thinking about what's the best, serum to rehydrate your skin and exfoliate, etc. Under eye cream, we're all staying out late. You want to put the under eye serum so you don't have bags. I swear by this stuff. I'm not getting paid for it,
No.
but I am a skincare guru and literally have been wowed by their product. I'll give you some.
I'm too far
I feel
gone.
like you need some.
Nothing will help this, but we love the fact that there is help for people who can, enjoy it and have some. Anyway, Sam and Nina, they were amazing. I think we say this about some of our guests. I think that'll be fun to catch up with them in the future.
So much fun.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. All right, guys, coming up in future episodes, we've got a lot of cool guests that we're kind of fingers crossed, we're working on them, and we hope to share them with you very soon. So make sure you go on the Fox Local app, look at all of our videos that are up there so far, also on the Fox 26 YouTube channel. We're out of here. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.